1. The core conflict dynamics, Iran and the axis of resistance. Iran operates through a sophisticated network of non-state actors to project power and pressure Israel and U.S. interests without necessarily entering a full-scale conventional war. Lebanon, Hezbollah. As Iran's most powerful proxy, Hezbollah maintains a massive rocket arsenal on Israel's northern border, creating a state of constant high alert and displacement. Yemen, Houthis. By targeting international shipping in the Red Sea, the Houthis have turned a regional conflict into a global economic issue, forcing international intervention. Iraq and Syria. Pro-Iranian militias in these territories serve as a secondary front, launching drone and missile attacks against U.S. bases to demand a total American withdrawal from the region. Israel and the United States. Israel. Facing threats on multiple fronts, Israel has shifted its strategy from mowing the grass, limited engagements, to a more aggressive stance aimed at significantly degrading the capabilities of Hamas and Hezbollah, while signaling a readiness to strike Iranian soil directly. United States, the U.S. finds itself in a balancing act. It provides essential military and intelligence support to Israel, while simultaneously using diplomatic channels to prevent the conflict from spiraling into a total regional war that would require massive American troop involvement. 2. Stance of regional Arab nations. Most Arab states are caught in a geopolitical trap. They are wary of Iran's expansionism, but must also manage intense pro-Palestinian sentiment among their own populations. Country, strategy and influence. Saudi Arabia prioritizes its Vision 2030 economic goals. It seeks regional stability to attract investment and is cautious not to be dragged into a war that could damage its oil infrastructure. Jordan, geographically vulnerable, located between Israel and Iran. It plays a critical role in intercepting aerial threats while managing a large Palestinian refugee population. Egypt acts as a vital mediator. Its primary concerns are preventing a refugee crisis in the Sinai Peninsula and recovering lost revenue from the Suez Canal due to Red Sea instability. Qatar uses its unique position as a host for both a major U.S. airbase and Hamas's political office to act as the primary diplomatic bridge for hostage and ceasefire negotiations. UAE maintains a pragmatic approach, upholding the Abraham Accords with Israel while calling for an immediate de-escalation to protect its status as a global trade and tourism hub. 3. Critical risks and future outlook. The shift to direct confrontation. The long-standing shadow war between Iran and Israel has moved into the light. Direct missile exchanges between the two nations have set a dangerous new precedent, narrowing the window for diplomatic cooling-off periods. Global economic fallout. If the conflict escalates to the Strait of Hormuz, through which 20% of the world's oil passes, global energy prices would skyrocket. This would trigger inflation worldwide, impacting developing economies most severely. Internal stability. The longer the conflict persists, the higher the risk of domestic unrest in neighboring Arab countries. Governments are under pressure to take a harder line against Israel, which complicates their strategic partnerships with the West. Summary. The Middle East is currently in its most volatile state in decades. While no major power, including Iran or the U.S., explicitly desires a regional great war, the risk of miscalculation remains extremely high. The region is moving away from a series of isolated conflicts toward a single, interconnected regional theater of war.